Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. Okay guys, let's begin our group project discussion for chapter 4. So today we will cover 5 main topics. Is first, project planning and WBS. And number 2, initial project coordination. Number 3, system integration. Number 4, project sorting. And the last one will be work breakdown structure. I'm Mr. Arif. Let me quickly introduce everyone. Mr. Razin.
So, I'm Mr. Razin. I focus on scheduling and WBS.
And my name is Muzakir. I handle about cost and economic analysis.
Hi, my name is Abdul Rahim. I handle about responsible for prototyping and testing.
Okay, that's perfect. Let's start with topic 4.0, project planning and work breakdown structure. Mr. Razin, can you explain what project planning means for our conveyor project?
Sure. Project planning means defining the scope, timeline, tasks, and resources before we start building anything. For our automate conveyor power optimization system, we first list all major activities: requirement analysis, system design, component purchasing, prototype development, testing, reporting, and video. Then we create a work breakdown structure or WBS, which breaks the project into smaller, manageable pieces. Without proper planning, we would have delays and cost overruns.
So, WBS is part of project planning itself.
Exactly. Topic 4 combines both concepts. You cannot have a good WBS without proper project planning.
Good. Now, topic 4.1, initial project coordination. What did we do at the very beginning?
I can answer that. Initial coordination means the first meeting where aligned everyone understanding. In our first meeting, we discussed the problem. Okay, first, conveyor running empty and wasting electricity. We agree on the situation. A current sensor plus Arduino to reduce the power during the empty running. So we also assign role as Mr. Arif because the project manager and Mr. Razan handle about the system design and WPS, and I handle about the cost estimation, and for Mr. Rahim handle about the component and testing.
And we set clear rules. For example, we decide to meet every 2 weeks. We also agreed to use a shared Google Drive folder for all documents. That is a initial condition setting communication channels, roles, and expectation before real work start.
One more thing, in initial coordination, we also identify risks, like what if components are delayed? What if the sensor give wrong readings? We discuss this risk early so we were not surprised later.
So, initial coordination is not just saying hello. It's about roles, communication, risk identification, and project constraints. Good. Let's move on. So, let's go to topic 4.2, system integration. So, Mr. Rahim, this is your area. What is system integration in our project?
So, system integration means combining all the separate components into one working system. So, in our project, we had 4 main components: the conveyor motor, the SCS712 microcontroller, and the SCS712 current sensor, the Arduino Uno microcontroller, and the relay module. So integration means making sure the sensor talks to the Arduino correctly, the Arduino process the data, and then the relay controls the motor based on that data.
So can you give a specific example of an integration challenge?
Yes. The first challenge was wiring. The current sensor needs a 5 volt power supply from the Arduino, but the relay needs 12 watt. So we had to use two different power source. The second challenge was programming. The sensor output as analog signal from 0 to 100, 1 to 123. We had to map that to actual current in amperes. The third challenge was timing. The timing Arduino reads change power too fast. The motor jerks, so we add to delay. That is system integration, making hardware and software.
After connecting everything, we test if the motor actually reduce about when the sensor detect low current. And without integration, testing individual component might work fine but fail when combined.
So, system integration is more than just plugging wires. It's about compatibility, timing, power requirements, and testing the whole system together. Understood? Now, topic 4.3, project sorting. This term might be clear based on chapter 4 context. I believe project sorting means task prioritization and scheduling, deciding which tasks come first, which can be done in parallel, and which depend on others. Mr. Razid, please explain.
So you are correct. Project sorting is about ordering a task logically. For example, you cannot buy components before you know what components you need. So the system design must come before component purchasing. You cannot develop a prototype before components arrive. So components purchasing must come before prototype development. That is a sorting task by dependency.
So we also sort tasks by priority. So critical tasks like sensor calibration were high priority because without accurate readings, the whole system fail. So low priority tasks like video recording style were left for later.
In our Gantt chart, we use project sorting to arrange 7 phases in the correct order. Phase 1, requirements. Phase 2 is design. Phase 3, purchasing. Phase 4, development. Phase 5, for testing. Phase 6, about the reporting. And the last, phase 7, about the video. Okay, some tasks can be done in parallel. For example, while member 4 is Mr. Ibrahim was development the prototype, and I was prepare the cost table that is parallel sorting.
So, project sorting is basically answering what do we do first, second, and third, and what can be done at the same time. Without sorting, a project becomes chaotic, right, Mr. Razid?
Exactly, Mr. Arif. And sorting also helps with resource allocation. If two tasks need the same person, we sort them so they don't overlap.
Yeah, that's correct. Now, finally, we go to topic 4.4, work breakdown structure, or in the short term, WBS. We mentioned WBS earlier, but let's go deeper. Mr. Razin, please explain WBS properly.
So a work breakdown structure is a hierarchical decomposition of the entire project into smaller, manageable work packages. Each work package has a clear deliverable, uh, a person re- a person responsible, a duration, and a cost. our WBS had 7 main phases, and each phase was broken into smaller tasks. For example, phase 4, prototype development, was broken into 4.0, which is assemble circuit on breadboard. And for 4.2, about upload Arduino code, and 4.3 calibrate current sensor, 4.4 test relay response, and the last one is 4.5, which is mount components on enclosure. Each of these took 1 to 2 days.
Why is WBS important for a cost perspective?
Good question. WBS allows accurate cost estimation. If you just says prototype development cost 500 ringgit, that is vague. But if you break it into 5 subtasks, you can estimate each one. For example, assembling the circuits take 1 hour of labor at 50 ringgit per hour. Calibrating the sensor takes 2 hours, so total labor cost becomes clear. WBS also helps track progress. If 3 subtasks are done, you are 60% done with that phase.
So from a technical side, WBS helps identify missing tasks. When we first run our WBS, we forget sensor noise filtering. Later, we realized that was a critical task and add it. Without WBS, we might have discovered that missing task very late. So how about you, Mr. Arif?
Okay. So WBS is not just a list. It is a tool for cost control, progress tracking, and risk management. What is the recommended level of detail?
So each work package should take no more than 10 days and should be assignable to one person. If a task takes 15 days, break it further. If a task involves 3 people, break it further. Our smallest work packages were 1 day tasks like order Arduino online.
I see. Excellent. So to summarize the WBS, it is hierarchical, deliverable based, and each package has time, cost, and owner. So we have covered all 5 topics. Let me quickly summarize before we end. So topic point 4 mentioned about project planning and WBS go together. Planning defines scopes and WBS breaks it down. Topic 4.1 mentioned about initial coordination, covers role, communication, and risk identification. For the topic 4.2, it mentioned about system integration, means combining hardware and software into one working system. Topic 4.3 also mentioned that project sorting means ordering tasks by dependency and priority. And the last one is topic 4.4. It is mentioned about WBS is a hierarchical breakdown for cost and progress control. Does anyone want to add anything?
So I would just add that all these topics are connected. You cannot do integration without planning. You cannot sort tasks without WBS. They work together. Mr. Arif.
And from the economic view, good planning and WBS save money because they prevent reward and delays.
So for engineers, this topic are not just theory. We applied every single one in our conveyor project.
Okay, perfect, everyone. So, thank you, everyone, for this discussion. So, we have covered chapter 4 topics thoroughly. So, thank you, and everyone, and have a nice day.
Right.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Mr. Arif.